Hey team, super excited to keep this series going in terms of our video workout reviews. This week's program discussion is working off of a one week break, but rolling into a double header, basically a Friday Saturday competition. So I know a lot of club sports, even a lot of university sports or high school sports even, you get through the entire week, and then you have, say, a Friday night match with a doubleheader on Saturday, or a Friday matinee with a Saturday midday tip off or kickoff or something like that. So that's the overall scheme that we're going with this week. So looking at the overall weekly map. Okay, we're working from the previous week and then counting upwards. So obviously, the first match, or the latest match, let's just say a Saturday, for example. So match day +1, always the same. Recovery day, okay, that's kind of like a Sunday. Match day +2, right, that's getting into our flush. Okay, so we've got the flush routine down at the bottom. Plus, from a team perspective or from an individual perspective, this is going to be kind of your longer work, right? More consistent, low intensity stuff, just flushing out. Personally, I always love getting athletes in for a swim, low impact. They're not going to push any harder than what they can, and the water just kind of creates a nice little buoyancy, to provide some extra relief. All right. Match day +3 or match day -3, counting back from the next match now. So, this is probably looking at, say, Tuesday, if we're looking at a weekly calendar. Okay, that's going to be kind of the only big work day of the week. That's the intensity day. Get higher stop starts, higher accelerations, higher volume overall. Okay, and then Wednesday, match day -2, just straight recovery, right? Because you're coming from a match, you're going to a pretty high intensity weekend or period. Full recovery right there. So, just take not only a physical day of rest, but a mental day of rest as well. Then match day -1, probably looking at a Thursday here. That's a primer plus a speed day. Okay, so it's not just a captain's run, jog through, kind of stuff. It's make sure that you're hitting your cylinders, right? So you might do only 3 or 4 sprints, but you're gonna have a lot of time in between. Plus, in the weight room, right, you're getting the speed prep work, or prime. That way, again, you're kind of prepping the system for how you want to perform. All right, and then you get into your match day. So match day 1 is going to be, let's say Friday, for example. Match day 2, what that recovery period looks like in between is going to be critical. But in terms of the weight room, there's not much that you can or should do there. Only difference being, if you're a reserve player, you're not going to get a lot of minutes. Then you might do some top up or something like that. But for the most part, that Friday Saturday is low key. So getting down into the actual work, okay, in the gym, your flush day, which, like we said, is probably going to be like a Monday, right? Everything's pretty basic. Okay, the movements are going to be low intensity in terms of overall weight, but you want to make sure that it's fluid and good quality movement. So Cossack lunges, making sure that the hips are nice and open. Our dumbbell pullovers, making sure that we're opening up through the shoulders, through the chest. Again, we're not trying to set PRs here or anything, but it's just making sure we got good quality of movement. Same with our Turkish get-ups and our Pallof press. Okay, making sure that we're nice and rigid throughout. And then manual clam, manual hamstrings. Again, that manual resistance from partner, even if it's band work, we can kind of manage that to whatever level of soreness that we are. And then, of course, our med ball bomb throws, right? Just focusing on full range of motion, full extension. And again, we're not trying to hit ceilings or anything like that. Use a light weight so we're not overextending, over exaggerating. On the intensity, right? Again, we're gonna up the loads a little bit. So might go with the depth jump. not using a lot of weight, but the impact of the drop is where you're going to get the intensity there, right? Our dumbbell row from a push-up position, that's where, again, everything's engaged. So, holding that stability while you're pulling is going to require a bit more work. Curl and press, okay, kind of a dynamic movement, but again requires nice kind of integrity from linking the lower body and the upper body while you're transitioning from that curl to the press. Single leg iso hamstring catches, again similar to a bridge, just extending out, right? So again, that isometric catch being a little higher intensity. Our partner resisted pull-ups, so again higher stress there, and then our lateral lunges, so still working with that dynamic movement, but the lateral lunge is going to require a bit more work in terms of the hips and the hip stabilizers. Then for the speed, again, it's not about weight, it's about quality of movement, right? So we've got our drop jumps, hidden jumps in there just to get the quick reactions. Again, med ball thrust or push presses, concentric top half squats. Again, notice here, big key is that we're cutting the reps because we want to keep that work to a minimal load, okay? Bench pulls, again, not trying to set PRs. We're focused on moving quickly and not a lot of compensation in it. All right, and then finish off with some landmine barbell throws, and then single leg starts, just to get the get the acceleration, get the power primed up. All right, so again, that's it for a full week turnaround, but leading into a double weekend. Okay, Friday, Saturday match, that could be Saturday, Sunday as well. If you have any questions about that, any unique kind of competition, travel, game schedules, anything like that you're not quite sure, would love some ideas or feedback on how to manage your weekly training, send me an email, let me know. Happy to help you out. Otherwise, stay with it and keep working.